I'm sure information overload na siya now. So, with that said, we're done with cost flows. So, we're done with cost flows. So, ano na lang yung mga madadaling topics? Ang madadaling topics would be inventory valuation. So, again, yung inventory inclusions, we use it kasi at the end of the period nagbibilang ka, you do inventory inclusions just to make sure na tama yung pagbilang. Sa cost flows, nagkakaroon tayo ng cost flows so that we can get COGS and ending inventory. Nagkakaroon tayo ng cost flows kasi iba-iba lang yung purchase price every time. Now, ang tanong is, in an accounting perspective, basically ito lang naman yun eh. We value inventories at cost. So lahat ng ginagawa natin sa inventory inclusions, cost basis siya. Pero sometimes nagkakaroon na hindi yung value ng inventory nagdeteriorate. So nagiging siyang at net realizable value. Ang idea lang in inventory valuation. So this is subsequent period. So think of it as I will just simplify everything. So initial, subsequent. Let's say, nagbebenta ako ng phone, right? When I initially value it as my inventory, I will value it at how much I bought it. So let's say the phone is 10,000. Right? After 3 years, hindi ko siya nabenta. The question is, how much should I value my inventory? Is it still at the cost of 10,000? Hindi tayo nag-depreciate sa inventory. But in essence, mayroong nawawalang value doon sa 10,000 na yun. Right? So, ang nangyayari, may tinatawag na net realizable value. At year 3, let's say the net realizable value is at 8,000 na lang. Meaning, ito na lang yung value na makukuha ko if I actually sell the product. So, yung 8,000 na yun, ang tawag natin doon, NRV. And there's a way to calculate our NRV. And then I know that my cost is at 10,000. Sa subsequent measurement, what it's telling you lang would be, you should record at the lower of your cost and NRV. Kaya LCNRV. Lower of cost and NRV. So sa subsequent measurement, our inventory should be what? 10,000 or 8,000? If we apply lower of cost and NRV, how much should we value it? 8,000. So basically, yun lang. So sa question sa valuation, it will just ask you, in the subsequent measure of the inventory, what should we value it as? And the answer will be lower of SN's cost and NRV. Now, ano yung nagko-complicate? Ang nagko-complicate is the cost has cost of purchase, cost of conversions, other costs incurred. So purchase price, less trade discounts, cost of conversion, marami. Pero technically, the cost will probably be given. So this is more of a theory slide. I'll leave it up to you as homework to identify ano lang yung mga different. Pero NRV, and this is the more important one na I want you to memorize and familiarize. The NRV is equal to your estimated selling price minus your estimated cost of completion minus your estimated cost of selling. So itong 8,000 na to, how I got that was, let's say I have a selling price of 20,000, an estimated cost of completion of 10, and an estimated cost to sell of 2. So selling price, estimated cost to complete, and estimated cost to sell. So ano lang yung steps for me to value? Basically, step 1, get your NRV. Step 2, compare. Ano ba yung lower of cost and NRV? So, but take note that some costs are outright expense. So again, for theory, I just want you to take note of ano ba yung costs that are inventoryable and ano yung costs na we outright expense. So, let's look at an example. Basically, ganito lang yung itsura ng mga examples for LC and RV questions. And again, if you want extra points, ito yung mas madaling i-master. Ilulunod lang nila kayo ng mga information. Cost to replace, estimated cost to sell, expected selling price. And then, merong product 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So, basically, ang kailangan mo lang gawin dito is, you get the NRV, and then you ask yourselves, are we looking at it from a product basis? So, ito muna, let's look at how to solve it. So, si product 1, ang original cost niya is 60. So, take note, may 60. Ano yung NRV ni product 1? It is 90. How did we get 90? The equation to get NRV would be estimated selling price of 100 minus estimated cost to complete of wala dito, walang value na binigay, minus estimated cost to sell. So 100 minus 10. So sabihin na sa akin, ano po yung cost to release? Wala, panggulo. Right? So NRV is just expected selling price minus expected cost to complete minus estimated cost to sell. So now, ano yung LCNRV of product 1? Ano yung mas lower? 60 or 90? 60. So, sorry. Isa-isahin pa lang na natin. Next, ano yung NRV ni product 2? 120 estimated selling price minus estimated cost to complete, wala. Minus estimated cost to sell of 20. 120 minus 20, 100. Next, ano yung NRV nito? 60 minus 10, 50, 90 minus 20, 70. Now, my LPNRV per product would be, ano yung mas lower? 60 or 90? 60. Ano yung mas lower? 70 or 100? 70. Ano yung mas lower? 80 or 50? 50. Ano yung mas lower? 90 or 70? 70. So our ending inventory should be subsequently measured at 250. And basically, yun lang yung LCNRV. Okay, good point. So bakit raw lower of yung lower? So in accounting, ang gusto lang naman ng mga tao, when you're an investor and you invest in a company, gusto mo, you're investing in a company that has good assets. Right? So, if you were an evil person or parang what you want to do is as much as possible, you want to overvalue your assets. So, in accounting, we follow a more conservative approach. Kapag in terms of valuation, kung mayroong you follow the more conservative. Kaya siya, lower of cost and NRV. At the start, pag bago pa lang yung item mo, your NRV will most likely be higher because your estimated cost to sell minus your estimated selling price minus estimated cost to complete and cost to sell will be higher than your cost. But eventually, because of parang mga deterioration, yung NRV mo bumababa. And therefore, in accounting, para yung error 1, error 2 na, it's better to be conservative in valuing. Ayaw mo na naka-overvalue sa inventory. Kaya siya lower of cost and NRV. So, basically, yun lang yung idea. Kaya siya ganun. So, the last na lang talaga would be estimation methods, which again, is just a straightforward end errors na, again, I'll just upload as a recorded lecture. So, ano yung gagawin ko? Ano yung utang ko na lang for chapter 6? Number 1, I'll upload this so that you'll have the PowerPoint and the PDF. Number 2, I will give you extra exercises and then I will give you the answer key for that exercises. So, as your homework, para lang I just want to make sure na ginagawa nyo, I will require you to answer the extra exercises I'll give and then yun yung i-upload nyo as problem set 6. Again, I'll give you the answer key. So, I'll give you the answer key. Ang importante talaga is, for your benefit, sa quiz, kailangan alam nyo yung mga cost flow assumptions. So again, ano yung mga babantayan nyo? Inventory conclusions, cost flows, LTNRV estimation and errors. Again, I want to be expert 100% at each topic. Hindi pwedeng 80% lang of each, right? And then sa cost flow, kung na-overwhelm kayo, prioritize FIFO, prioritize moving average, and then weight, and then LIFO as an extra lang. Yun. Pero generally, dapat alam nyo na rin yung LIFO. So, yung stock card, that's the list of your priorities. I'd rather na you focus on FIFO and then weight and moving average, and then huwag yung papabayaan yung LCNRV and yung estimation. And then yung errors, honestly, ito mahirap to. So, if you were to prioritize errors, make sure na talagang gets. Pero for me, kung meron kayong papakawalan na item, ito yung parang binahag ko focus on. Pero, so ito lang yun. Either some people, magaling sila sa errors, kaya nahihirapan sila sa cost flow. Or some people, they rather do cost flow than errors. For me, my suggestion is cost flows, mas madali siya kasi it's procedural. Yung errors kasi merong analysis involved. So, parang kung alam niyo naman na you feel yourself na mahirapan kayo sa analysis, pick other subtopics na magkakaroon kayo ng fighting chance. So, again, para to make sure na you get high, master theory, master inventory conclusions, LCNRV estimation, and then titignan na kayo sa cost flow and errors kung ano yung tututukan niya ng So, that's the strategy for chapter 6. So, chapter 6, you have until Wednesday to master it. So, I'll give you all the time you need for chapter 6. Tomorrow, I will have, kasi I get naman na parang may exam kayo. So, rather than parang requiring you to attend, like, to attend parang a makeup class na, extra time on your hands. I will leave it up to you in terms of how we want to strategize. Pero ang i-commit ko is, lahat ng chapter 6 materials, I'll upload na, right? So, in terms of how you'll study for it, I'll leave it up to you. Ang only requirement ko lang to double check if naka-aral kayo would be, I'll make you submit 110 solutions for the extra exercises I'll give. So that's one. Number 2, I will start uploading the theory on cash. Hindi ko kasi alam if your strategy is parang you want to know the theory for both. Pero that's up to your discretion na whether you will look into cash. Pero ang gusto ko lang i-flag sa inyo is that if you're gonna wait until Wednesday to study cash, baka potentially you will have a Friday quiz kasi just want to give you an example of the exercises. So, parang Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, cash. So, masyadong short yun. So, if kaya nyo ipasok si cash on theory lang on Sunday, you should do that na. Because I know type yung schedule, pero at the same time, you really have to look at it as a ramp-up na for the module exam. So, lahat ng classes, mag-start pa na rin sila ng cash next week. So, basically, parang ganoon lang rin yung pace ng lahat. So, it's really more of like, I know you have other exams, pero if there's a time or a week to focus on accounting, it's this weekend, next week, and then the next weekend. So, for me, think of this weekend as your inventory weekend. So, may chapter 5 questions kayo. So, if you want consultations, I can do that. Pero, inventory weekend, this weekend. Cash weekend, next week. And then, you'll be ready for, so Saturday yun. And then, we'll have naman na Saturday module reviewer. So, like Saturday, yun yung i-require ko na attend the module. Kasi, I don't know if you've attended the module exam reviewer. As much as possible, doon ka naman ibibigay lahat ng things na you'll need for the ano. So, I'll do everything I can do on my end. Pero, ang request ko lang is, number 1, focus on inventory this weekend. Make sure na prepared kayo. And then, slightly between Saturday all the way to Wednesday, panoorin nyo lang yung cash lecture para lang hindi kayo magbubulan. And then, pero no need to solve muna. Absorb nyo lang muna, know how to plan for it. Come Wednesday, pagkatapos ng class, switch to cash mode. So, cash naman. And then, we'll have the reviewer on Saturday and then exam. So, ganun yung magiging base natin for the so, again, I'll give you everything. So, para lahat ng recorded, lahat ng lectures, I'll give it to you. Pero it's up to you to pace. So, ito talaga yung parang time na you need to check on accounting. So with that said, are there any questions on this? Yeah. So yung cost flow, kaya lang sila may star is because, again, si cost flow, siya yung pinakamatrabaho. And so, ang madalang mahirap is cost flow and errors. Kaya yun yung what I want to focus on. 26. Yes. So may 2 weekends pa. Pero yung same time. So umaga. There. And then, if ever, and then I'll make sure na may night time next week. If you want to consult, kung meron kayong so I'll consult naman every night next week. So parang kung meron kayong question. So for me, kung kinakabahan kayo, I can do a reviewer for the quiz, chapter 6, Tuesday night. So umattend lang kayo and then pag-usapan lang natin ano yung preparation. And then kung takot kayo dun sa cash quiz, again, I'll do a Thursday reviewer. And then, magkaroon tayo ng Saturday reviewer for the exam. There. So, yun.